Right. Okay. Okay. Right. So, since moving to Wales last year, I've been writing articles on places in Wales for the Welsh language version of Wikipedia. Welsh language Wikipedia already has articles on pretty much every inhabited place in Wales. So I needed to look for an area where there was a bit more of a gap in terms of content. And the obvious option was to basically to move on from towns and villages to streets and buildings. And so that's what I've been doing. Although I'm personally based in Aberystwyth, my focus has been on northeast Wales and on Wrexham in particular. Wrexham, simply being the largest town in North Wales, lends itself quite well to having articles about. It's got lots of streets, historic buildings. It's got quite a rich social history. So, and I have Welsh ancestry myself, and some of that comes from northeast Wales. So I do have something of a personal connection with it. And so here is an example of, this is the Welsh language Wikipedia page, a screenshot from it for Wrexham High Street, which is an article that I worked on. I should mention that I'm not a mother tongue speaker of Welsh. I grew up in England, and so one of the reasons why I wanted to work on this project with the National Library of Wales, I should have mentioned that at the beginning, so I apologise for that. That this is a specific project overseen by the National Library of Wales. And anyway, so I wanted to work on improving my Welsh, so forcing myself to write better in Welsh. So I thought this was quite a good way to do it. And since I started working on streets and buildings around Wrexham, I developed a little kind of a working method for it, which you can see a little bit here. So I'm not sure how many Welsh speakers there are among us today, but you have a section here, the top section, which is called lleoliad, that's location. So we have a section on the location of the particular street. Then we have below that hanes, which is history. So there'd be a section on the history. And then what you can't see off the page is the description, the actual physical description of the street, disgrifiad. And if you look in, I don't know how visible it is, but within the location section, there are quite a lot. You can see that there are quite a lot of other links to other streets and places around Wrexham Centre. So there's a sense that there are quite a few articles there. Obviously, we needed photographs to accompany the articles. I used, for the most part, I used pictures that I'd taken myself, either which I'd on from previous visits, or I went on some specific visits to the town to take photographs. It's about 2.5 hours by train, so I can't go there that often. And having taken all those the photographs, I then uploaded those all to Wikimedia Commons before using them. So that was a new experience for me, using Wikimedia Commons, uploading images to that. The total output since the start of the project last year, it's about 220 edits, about 45 new articles, about 40 new photographs. And obviously I regard it as a work in progress. I mean, I think somebody with better photographs and more detailed local knowledge can improve the articles. But I think it's a nice start. What I'm just going to do for the last couple of minutes left, I'll just show you a few pictures around with a very quick walking tour around Wrexham Town Centre. This is on Wrexham High Street. Here's they've got a lot of, this is an old bank, which is now a bar. There is some more buildings there. That's again an old insurance building that's also become a bar, I think. Another feature of Wrexham are its covered markets. This is something called the Butcher's Market on the High Street. This is the back of the Butcher's Market, which mirrors the General Market, which is another nice covered historic market in the centre of the town. In addition to markets, we also have little covered arcades. This is a place called the Overton Arcade, and you have little independent shops running down it. This is Bank Street in Wrexham, which is another street particularly with independent shops, which is, has quite a nice sort of atmosphere to it. This is Hope Street, which is the main pedestrian street in Wrexham. This is, as in many places in the UK, it's a little bit empty. It needs to reinvent itself a bit. These are some images of some historic pubs, because Wrexham has a brewing history. It's a brewing town, and Wrexham Lager is still made there. This is the Horse and Jockey, which is a thatched building. This is the Royal Oak on the High Street. It's next to an old bank. This is Saith Seren. So this is used in English, the Seven Stars. This is Wrexham's Welsh language pub and Welsh community centre. There are like shows and poetry readings, all sorts of things there. There's a little, this is the Tower of St Giles's Church, which is a very iconic building in the centre of Wrexham with specific links to Yale University in America. Mr. Yale is buried in the churchyard. Here is a building of an old chapel. So chapels, I don't know how many people from Wales will know that chapels are a very distinctive architectural feature of Welsh towns and villages. And here's one from Wrexham with its Welsh language signage still in place. Addoldy y Bedyddwyr, that's the house of worship of the Baptists. Here are some bilingual street signs around the town. Sometimes the English name and the Welsh name are completely different. Here we have College Street, which is called Camfa'r Cwn in Welsh, which means the dog's style. Here's a little glimpse of the River Gwenfro. There are it's virtually all covered up. There are little bits of it here and there. That was another article that I worked on. And just to finish off, this is a picture of Wrexham's old library. Since I work as a volunteer for the National Library of Wales, I thought I'd end on that picture. So thanks for listening, or diolch am wrando in Welsh.